All right, one more time. Are you ready for your next comedian, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, man, folks, she's a regular on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. You've seen her on HBO Max, Adult Swim. Ladies and gentlemen, she's on town very briefly. I'm so happy to have her on the show. Give a very warm welcome for also the debut of Ashley Ray.
Hello, everybody. Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be in New York. How are you all doing? You doing good? This is a great room. Let's give it up for the energy. Yes. Yeah, like, make sure you tip this room of amazing people. You got Kurt back there. You got Andrew at the bar. Ashley at the door. I remembered exactly 3 names from the sheet they handed me before I came out here. Boom, I nailed it. Oh, my gosh. I see so many just, like, couples in love. Are you in love? Oh, good. They both agreed, everyone. You? No. Okay, no. Sorry. Okay, well, I don't care. I'm in love. Thank you. I am having the best time of my life. I'm in love. I am in love. We met last Thursday. And oh my God, have you ever dated someone who is stupid? Have you? I would recommend it because I've dated smart people my whole life and it got me nowhere. But now I'm dating someone dumb and I love it. First of all, we don't speak the same language. That's a good place to start, okay? Those people on 90 Day Fiancé, they figured something out. Okay, love can happen in a translator app. Okay, I saw it. Like, how we connected is that I saw his profile on Tinder, right? And he had these eyes I could drown in, like, right? Like arms that I just wanted to hold me. And then his profile, it was so profound. It just had the Armenian flag. That was it. And I was convinced. I was in. Okay, we match. We start talking. I kind of like we don't really talk because again he doesn't speak English. But like we end up going out and we try to talk. We're like messaging apps. It turns out he knows some English. He knows enough English to say, "I support bisexual women." Yeah, that's good. That's important to me as a bisexual woman. Because, like, I don't even support most of us. So, like, that's good to hear. And then he also spoke enough English to say, "I believe the earth is flat." And when he said that, I was like, clearly there's, like, miscommunication. I'm like, no, something, you clearly mean something else. I'm, like, pulling out the translator. He's like, no. He pulls out a YouTube video. He's like, "The earth is flat." And I'm like, okay. And then he keeps going. He's like, "I also believe Mars does not exist. I don't believe Australia exists. It's a government psyop campaign," which was honestly pretty good English to know. I was impressed by that. You know, he's also like, "I don't believe Mars is a planet." I'm like, okay. And honestly, he's so hot. I'm like, I'm gonna play along with it. Right? I'm like, he's hot. I can do this. I believe in some conspiracies. I do. Okay, sorry, Courtney Love did it. Okay. Sorry, O.J. Simpson's innocent. It was Jason, his son. Google it. But I share with him, I'm like, well, yeah, I bet, personally, I believe the moon landing was fake. That's like a pretty common conspiracy. I'm like, the moon landing was probably fake. We probably did it on a soundstage. I think eventually we went to the moon. And he's like, "You stupid bitch. That is real. The moon landing happened, you dumb, silly bitch. Like, what are the rules here?" I'm sorry. The earth is flat. And Mars doesn't exist, but the moon is real, and it is round, and we went there. Okay. I'm just trying to keep up, I explained this to my friends. They were like, "Ashley, can you really date someone this dumb?" I'm like, "Yes, I can." Did I mention the arms? Did I mention he's like 7 feet tall? Okay. But then I explained, I'm like, it got worse. It did. Because he also went on from there to say that he doesn't believe in global warming because it was cold the night we met. And maybe that's something you hadn't considered. It was cold. So he also said that he didn't think California had a water crisis because the ocean is right there. And I couldn't argue with him on that one. Because it is right there. You know. And I told my friends that. They were like, come on. You can't date someone who doesn't believe in global warming. That's so horrible. Ashley, come on. And that's when I realized I forgot to tell them a very important part of the story, a part that I forgot to tell you too. And what that is that like on our first date, I wore high heels because you get one chance to see me be a hot bitch. That's it, one chance. First date, I wear high heels, never again. I did it, we're going out, we dance all night. It's like getting late and I'm like, my feet hurt so bad. He's like, take your shoes off. Yeah, that's disgusting. I was like, I get it, I'm light-skinned, but I'm not a white girl. I'm not doing that, okay? No, you've confused me with someone else. He's like, no, take your shoes off. I'm like, no. He gets on his knees, he takes my shoes off, and then he picked up my shoes, and then he picked me up, and he carried me to his car. And that's when I realized I didn't need Mars to be real. Not at all, baby. What was real was what I could feel and see and touch. And baby, it was those delts, it was those arms. I'm in love. Oh gosh, no. Okay, is it like embarrassing if a flat earther doesn't text you back? Is that like, oh my God, is that embarrassing? No, I'm actually polyamorous, so I feel like I fall in love all the time. Polyamorous, I feel like that's not a word I need to define when I am in Los Angeles, but if you're not aware, polyamory is, it means you date multiple people. It's basically actually a scam to sell burlesque tickets. That's all it is. It's like a pyramid scam is what polyamory is, if you're wondering. But, you know, I realized a long time ago I like to date a lot of people. I'm always having, you know, crushes. I have a new crush. And can I just ask, this is like for the audience right now, I just want to know, I was like I thought I was flirting. He was like, I just got my wisdom teeth taken out. I was like, how's that mouth doing? That's sexy, right? Right? And he was like, thank you for asking, friend. Like, he went out of his way to say friend, right? Like, I didn't, like, what? What? That wasn't okay, thank you. I'm glad we all can agree that I should kill myself. Thank you. But, you know, it's like, I like being poly. It was easier in the beginning. Like, when I was younger, I really just liked being gay. I like dating women. You know, I was kind of did it in reverse. Like most people get to college, they're like, oh my God, I think I could experiment. For me, I was like making out with my size Barbie at a very young age. Okay, like I knew I was gay. My cousins would go to my mom. They'd be like, what's wrong with her? She's so weird. And my mom would be like, oh, she's just funny. Funny is black parent for gay. I'll translate that for the room. You know, and I mean, she didn't really like it. My mom was very conservative, missionary Baptist. So she did try to send me to conversion therapy, you know. You don't have to feel bad. Okay, we were poor. She couldn't afford the good stuff in Indiana. Okay, instead she would just send me to church an hour before everyone else to meet with my pastor's wife. Okay, and my pastor's like, I guess she expected her to sit down with me and just be like, being married to a man is so cool. Like, oh my God, I love being straight. And I guess she just thought it would like influence me. It did not, okay? Instead, she was actually a really nice lady. I didn't realize it was conversion therapy. I just thought I was talking about my life, you know? I was being heard. She'd ask me how I was doing. I loved it. And what I'm saying is like, no, she did not make me straight. But she did give me like a weird kink for big hats and white tights. And I've never been able to shake it, okay? You know, so when I got to college, I was like, I think I could give guys a shot, right? I was like, I think I could do this. And I remember I called my mom because when you figure out who you want to fuck in life, you have got to register it with a parent. It's very important. And I get her on the phone and I call her. I'm like, Mom, I just realized I've discovered that I am bi-poly. I'm bisexual polyamorous now. And I'll never forget what she says. I'll never forget. She goes, oh, so you're a slut. And she wasn't wrong, right? It was like one of those moments where you're like, I feel seen, finally, like me and my mom, like you see me as an adult, I see you as an adult, you're a parent, you make mistakes, I'm a child, but yeah, it's like one of those moments, right? Like, oh, it was beautiful, oh. You know, but I think really what disappointed her was that just like I had horrible, horrible taste in men. Like she wanted me to be straight for so long, and then she was like, I will accept you being attracted to the worst dirtbags. Okay, like absolute trash. Okay, like I dated a man who had a flip phone for like 3 years because I didn't realize that meant he was a drug dealer. He was a drug dealer. Okay, like I love a just dirty, grimy guy who looks like he works in a restaurant kitchen. Okay, like I once went out on a date with a guy who we went out, and on the date he was like, "How about I go get some cocaine?" I'm like, "Okay, it's party time." He opens a tab. He's like, "I'll be right back." He leaves. I never see this man again. Me and my friends, we ran that tab up. I was like, fuck this guy, he ditched me. We run the tab up. That's what you would do. Yes, thank you, girl. You're like, shots on the house. The rest of you have morals or whatever. Me and you, let's party after. Okay, I run the tab up. The next day, I get home, and I get a text from him, and it says, so sorry, got arrested on my way back to the party, had possession of coke, it was a felony, and I just got out of county. And I was like, my God, and you have a bar tab to deal with. Oh my goodness. He then sent me a dick pic with his hand right next to his dick so I could see his inmate number written in Sharpie on his hand. And that was like so romantic, right? Like just so I could verify, that was like so romantic, really. Like, oh my goodness. But honestly, my reaction was just like, you went to jail for this pussy. How do I say no to that? And that's why I have bad taste in men. Also, just because I feel like we're getting very personal tonight, because I've decided that, I'm going to share this with you. I know that I have bad taste in men because I am attracted to Boston accents. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean like a real Boston, like a nitty-gritty. I don't mean your fucking Harvard boys, okay? I mean like you're down by the docks. I'm not going to do the accents. Okay, no, that's appropriation. I'm not going to get canceled tonight. Not like that. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying I like the deep, like down by the docks, park your car, and it just, You know, I like them just so Boston, like their daughter had to beg them to stop saying the F word like 2 years ago. I like it that Boston. It's like I said, I'm polyamorous. It reached a point I had an Irish Boston boyfriend and an Italian Boston boyfriend because I like to date a diverse range of scumbags. You know, any of you been to Boston? Do you get what I'm saying? A single person. Okay, I got one nod. And a hand, thank you. We exist. Okay, some of you been to Boston. Okay, have you ever noticed this? Have you ever noticed this about Boston? Have you ever noticed that Irish guys from Boston say nigger like this, but Italian guys from Boston say nigga like this? You ever notice that? Yeah. Yeah, they do. That's a joke about how Boston is racist. It's really racist. This is a joke I usually do at the top. I'm black. I'm black. It's okay, I said it. Like, I'm fully black. I know. I'm very light. I know. You're like, which one of her parents is white? Not one of them. Not one of them. I know. You're like, but she's the color Michael Jackson was aiming for. What? How? No, both my parents are black. I know. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. I always have to tell people, they're always like, no, come on. Which one of your parents is white? Which one of your parents is white? Which one of your parents is white? And it's like, no. When I have a bad hair day, it is because I have depression, not a white mom. That's the difference. Okay? That's the difference. I get a lot of hate on the internet. People, send me a lot of hateful messages. And one time this guy was like, who the fuck do you think you are, you Down syndrome looking Tracy Ellis Ross ass bitch? Yeah, that's really fucking harsh. 'Cause she's mixed and I'm not. They made a whole TV show about it. Like, you can be accurate. Okay, this is more of a Zendaya situation. Thank you. But no, yes, I have depression. Anyone else get depression during quarantine? Like that real, yes, clap it out. Like that real deep depression, okay? Like had to get on medication depression. Like, where's my Lexapro gang at? Don't be ashamed. Yes, I'm on Lexapro. That's right. When will my orgasms return for more? When? So that's a joke for people on Lexapro or people dating someone on Lexapro that should have a wider, okay, yeah, But it just, yeah, I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I'm not ashamed of the depression that I got during quarantine because, I don't know. I feel like as a black woman, people kept coming to me for like answers, right? During this whole last 2 years, all the George Floyd stuff happened. People were like, black women will save us. You're the black woman I know. Like people I hadn't spoken to since high school are hitting me up like, I was always one of the good ones, right? Right? I'm like, what? They're coming to me. They're like, Ashley, I just want to know that like the coffee I buy is ethical. Ashley, I just want to know that the news I watch is ethical. Ashley, I just want to know that the porn I watch is ethical. And I'm like, if you want ethical porn, do what I do and make it yourself in The Sims 3. It's actually very easy. Yeah, that's what I did. But I don't know. I just, there was a point where I was like, I can't do this. I'm just going to sand my brain down with weed, reality television. That's what I did. I just wanted to be as dumb as I could possibly be. And to do that, there was only one topic I could focus on. But it was an important topic. I feel like it was something everyone in this nation was trying to address. But I actually solved it in like a day. I was like smoking some pot. I was like, yeah, I have the answer here. What the question was, why do hot women want to fuck Pete Davidson? You want to know? I hear on this side of the room, they're like, yes, the question that has plagued a generation. Why do hot women want to fuck Pete Davidson? I have the answer for you tonight, okay? Okay, Pete Davidson has depression, just like me. These women he's dating, these tens, these models, these actresses, they don't know anything about this depression life. Okay, they don't know a damn thing about it, and this is their first taste of that sweet, sweet, eating a pint of ice cream in bed life, okay? Okay, imagine you are Ariana Grande. You've just been running on a treadmill in a Disney basement since you were 4 years old. That's your life. And then one day you meet a man like Pete Davidson, and he's just like, you want to watch me do bong rips? That's going to feel like love. Come on. Imagine that you are Kim Kardashian. You've just been wearing ghost clothing Kanye West made you for like 10 years. And finally you're with a guy who's like, you just want to wear my hoodie? That's love. You're going to be like, oh my God. That's love. Look, I see some of you doubting me. Some of you are like, I want to see the homework. I did the homework. Okay, look, I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan. Anyone else? Yes, thank you. I love her. I love Ari, okay? I love Ariana Grande so much. I will let her be black. Not in February. I draw a line there. So, okay, you know. But I love her so much. And she has this song. She has a song. It's called Imagine. It's about imagining your perfect relationship. And in the song, she's like, can you imagine drinking a whole bottle of wine in the bathtub? Can you imagine staying in the house all weekend? Can you imagine ordering pad thai instead of making dinner? Ariana, that's depression. Pete Davidson tricked you. I get it though, girl. You know, it's the only thing I have in my arsenal, okay? Dating made everyone bad, especially like me too, okay? Like it made all the single people feral. If you're in a relationship, hold on to it, okay? Like it is bad out here. It's bad. I just went out with someone who we'd been seeing each other for a while. I thought it was going pretty well, right? I'm like, oh, this is great. We like each other. And then one day I got sick, had a little cough, you know? He's like, is there anything I can do for you? I'm like, oh, he's trying to learn my love languages? This is getting serious, okay? I'm like, oh my gosh, my throat hurts so bad. The only thing I could use is like some vanilla ice cream. Because I thought that was sexy. I wanted to be like, bring me 5 bags of Cheetos. But I was like, just some dainty vanilla ice cream. You know, that's all I need, lover. And I said that. I was like, could you bring me ice cream? And what this grown adult man said was, I don't have ice cream money. What does that mean? What does that, I don't have ice cream money? I'm sorry. Ice cream money is something I've had since I was at least 10 years old. I heard someone say $4. Yeah, no, you can still get a cone from McDonald's for 75 cents, okay? Okay, you don't have ice cream money? You're telling me I am not worth flipping up a couch cushion. Okay, my way of like judging love, this is how I would know if I was in love with someone. If I was in the car with them, I'm in the driver's seat, you know? Well, they're in the driver's seat. Pretend I did the joke right. Okay, they're in the driver's seat, I'm in the passenger side. They're driving. All of a sudden, they have to slam on the brakes. Do they put their arm out? Do they put their arm out to protect me? Because if they do, that means they love me so much they think they can defy physics. And that's beautiful. Okay, I'm looking around this room. You think you can defy physics for her? Yeah, I see some real love in this room. Okay, and telling me you don't have ice cream money? You're just telling me like fly through the windshields. I don't care about your one life on this earth, is what you're saying to me. Okay, I don't know. I try to be hopeful. I try to be positive about it. I don't know. It's hard to date. I did a thing. I don't know. I went out with someone. We had sex. Yeah. Because I'm a lady, we did it at night. And afterwards, I'm like, well, it's go home time. So I'm putting my clothes on to go home. And he's like, where are you going? I'm like, sorry. I did quarantine for real. I haven't shared a bed with another person in like 2 years. He's like, where are you going? You can spend the night if you want. I haven't shared a bed with another person in 2 years. I don't know who I am in the night anymore. What if I kick now? What if I punch now? What if I use slurs? No. I went out with someone else and they walked me to my door. It was like very romantic. They like walked me to my door. They kissed me on my porch. It was like whirlwind romance, like beautiful love affair. You know, I'm like, and they do that. And what I did is that I went, good stuff, gang, gang. No, they kissed me and I went, good stuff, gang, gang. You know. So I'm not good at it either. But I try to be positive because, I'm going to leave on this one because I want you all to have like a positive, hopeful note, right? My own mother came out of the closet when she was 63 years old. Yeah. Found the love of her life, came out of the closet at 63 years old after all the shit she put me through. One day I'm on my way to work, I get a text message from my mother, a text message that says, news alert. You've got my attention. News alert, Ashley, I am gay and or queer now. Hey me. And then a Kermit the Frog emoji. And I'm shocked. I'm like, Mom, should I call you? She's like, no, I'm busy. I'm with my girlfriend right now. She sends me a selfie of her and a woman. The woman is wearing flannel. The woman's name is Darla. We love it. We love that my mom at 63 found the one other 60-something-year-old lesbian in Dallas, Texas. No, we love it for her. I've been single for so long, but we love it for her. There's like, fucking 5 of them. We love it. We love it. We love it. And, finally later, I get her on the phone because, I'm shocked by this. I get her on the phone and I finally get to talk to her. I'm like, Mom, what do you mean you're gay now? She's like, I just realized I couldn't live this lie anymore. I had to come out of the closet. I'm like, wow, so you're a slut. And she's just, part of me thought, though, maybe it was me. Part of me thought maybe it was me. Maybe it was seeing me live my life openly and freely that made my mom realize she could do it too. Right? And I said that to her. And I'll never forget what she said. She goes, oh, right. You're gay too. I forgot. And she explains, no. There was a character in a TV show. And the TV character was dating men and women, and she thought if the character could do it, so could she. And that's it. That's what made her decide it, And that's inspiring. The show was on OWN, which is Oprah's channel, and which means Oprah made my mom gay, which is beautiful. But I tell that joke in my set for a while now, and I told it one time, and afterwards Seth Rogen heard me do it. I was like, holy shit, Seth Rogen. And he came up to me. He was like, oh, my goodness, that was such an inspiring, motivating story. I have a podcast about inspiring stories. I would absolutely love if your mom was on it. Can you make that introduction? And I was like, yes, I can. And I did, and she did the podcast. And, she was so annoying about it. She was like, oh, my God, he was like my Dr. Phil. And I was like, she's just being a fucking annoying mom. But then Seth Rogen sent me another message. And he said, your mom said there are things she told me that she's never told you before. That's a crazy fucking thing to hear from the star of Sausage Party. I'm Ashley Ray. Thank you so much.
Ashley Ray!